Jalan susun lagi, ini langsung. Yang berapa? Sudah. Foto masih dilihat ya? Diberikan? Foto ambil di pelayar. Di pelayar, di pelayar. Cuma lagi, bukan. Iya, iya, iya. Tas lupa apa? Tas lintang, tas melintang. Cuma lagi.
Please stand up.
Ibans.
The motion is this house believe that globalization has become relative to the existence of Palestine because some of the countries globalization.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Maria Gita Walian, as the first speaker.
I am Maria Dalia Denoni, the second speaker.
And I am Antonia Olivia Allen, the third speaker.
Okay, next the chance to presenting negative, please introduce yourself. Thank you.
Thank you for the time given to our purpose of all we have to be grateful to come on my work. Because for this week, I'm not text of the still be this week and can bring us together in a peaceful healthy. Our honorable freedom of joy, our honorable two participants of the high school debate. My name is Yati Balawala, as the first speaker. Hello anymore. Thank you for the time and opportunity. Introduce my name is Okafina Bosan as the second speaker. Hello, my name is Lucian Francis. I am the third speaker.
Sman Oekolo, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Okay, thank you. Let's give applause for giving them to speak. Thank you for introduction. Now we come to the motion and the first chance to positive. Please, the first speaker, time is yours.
Globalization is a process that paths toward community in touch with one another, others, or are interconnected in all aspects of human life in various parts of the world, in cultural, economy, politics, technology, environment, and law. Journey approaches the process. Globalization is a natural thing in life that grows and develops. In general, the characteristics of globalization include the establishment of broad social tradition, the intentions of high communication with coverage that transnational boundaries, cultural penetration that and the emergence of global infrastructure. With globalization, people in various parts of the world are very easy to communicate with each other. Globalization is a global process that affects all aspects of human life, such as the economy, social culture, politics, and even the legal system in one country, including Indonesia. So, big is the impact of arise from the process of globalization aspect of the life of a nation and state. The main thing that becomes a question is related to the position of Pancasila as the philosopher in the life of nation and state in Indonesia is how the ability of always concrete in Pancasila as the philosophy of nation and state In dealing with every situation, the threat of globalization that affects all aspects of the life of the nation and state in the nation. The fragility of Pancasila as the state ideologies is proven by the desire to change the precious Pancasila through the draft law on the part of Pancasila ideology. Globalization portrayed has a positive impact of expectation for the development of nation and state, namely the existence of various faculties in carrying out various cross-curricular activities countries, one open system of free trade, migration, and investment. One of the advantages of economic globalization is the aim of attracting investment. In the global era, investors already invest in a place that according to US calculations will that. Okay, thank you.
Time is open. Now it turns to the first speaker from negative team. Time is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, Peninsula is the base of Indonesian state, meaning the Indonesia will collapse this peninsula is limited. But how to make it recover if we will not stand up straight? The birthday of Peninsula was not June the 1st, 1999. I'm sorry, 1945 by the government. However, the meaning of Pancasila itself was prolonged before Indonesian independence, even before the action of colonials. It's believed Indonesian earth. So Pancasila is the belief to have as the time Pancasila of the Majapahit Kingdom and last in Kertanagama state pool. The journey of Pancasila base of Indonesian state did not pace through a smooth road. Before the acting Pancasila virus opened over by the fire. For the time before the country Indonesian virus being by the including crisis. Figures to cross Pancasila will also curse also that if current Pancasila is chosen to be still a dead of state to cut the Thursday Pancasila is brought through our strong religion. It is natural that Pancasila was finally possibly wide by the founders to the Indonesian nation and state the base of Indonesian state must always be mentioned. And the first so that he always ready in whatever condition in the country in the jury. The Pancasila has turned from the time independence unit and now might have thrown the grip of Pancasila with other to the land. However, Pancasila is always some that is it entered so that it become the base of Indonesian state. So that the virus impact to respect the same with other ideologies have fired. One of the most welcome aims to reach Pancasila is under understanding but the G30 as a PPKI instead. The impact comes by realize Pancasila is founded in the logic but Pancasila was successfully finds answers today.
You still have chance to ask me 1 minute more.
In the modern era, the next generation is millennial generation. For through their child and active and behavior becomes a lot compass to first generation. The generation consists of also offers the cast of Pancasila on Earth Indonesia. This generation change actual also offers the actualities that always open to change the actual in the world by the millennial generation can be other to consider us the base of the nation state. This overcross must be forth and extend. It's really appreciable some Pancasila was in every generation. In an opposite team, the Pancasila is the user. The importance of scientific Pancasila well is like in according with the concept of the teams, it is impossible to use all a metal. Millennial need more help of magnitude. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, thank you. The first speaker from negative team. Now the second speaker from positive team. Time is yours and ready for exciting interactions. Time is yours.
In addition, globalization has caused several positive impacts in the life of the Indonesian people. Judging for the values and ethics of society, globalization has positive change in values and attitudes. The existence of globalization in culture causes a set of values and of social that are all embraced superiority. The development of science and technology. With the development of Skype and computer technology to make it easier to carry out activities and encourage people to think in better standard of living. The opening of an information that furthers those qualitative communication and transportation is one that offers the reduced unemployment and improve people's standard of living. As for the impact of globalization for various sectors, globalization in the field of law, defense, and security, legal regulation and making laws and regulations that are impartial and benefits for the benefit of the people at large. The increasing demand for more professional, transparent, and accountable law enforcement methods. The strengthening of the rule of law, democratization, and demand for the independence and no thanks. No thanks.
Okay.
Globalization of the trade sector economy. The inflow of trade scientific, negotiation of trade in goods, service, and other communities profit and opportunity for Indonesia to compete for foreign trade markets, especially agricultural products, marine product, textile, and marine materials. Globalization of the product sector. There is a training for foreign companies to move their company's product operations to developing countries with the consideration no thanks. With the consideration of government activities.
Now, go on. I was over, sorry. Okay, thank you for your presentation. Now, the second speaker from opposite team, negative team, and waiting for positive team, introduction also. Five speakers, negative team, the second speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, the others that are experiencing now have their potential to every under sex or understand as sexual identity from inside so that will change their thinking and understanding the strong of the nation, including understanding the fullness of prejudice debates of the state. The government must experience with the agent propaganda in controlling external influence on the millennial generation of this nation so that they remain realistic, imagine the generation of the Indonesian state, a nation based on Pancasila. The treaty of Pancasila and the millennial is the now not only from outside the colonies, but even from the nation of generation who are concerned by propaganda from outsiders, so they no longer understand the nation itself. Based on our opinion, the death of Pancasila is the millennial because Pancasila is inherent in the present parable of the 1945 Generation Demonstration and Comprehensive 5 Abstract Principles. One, first, believe in an elementary good. First, second, just inclusion and humanity. Third, the unity of Indonesia with them. Third, diplomacy guided by the will form of deliberation even represents societal ties. These 5 principles were so applied in the nation's President Sukarno during the formulation for the 2045 constitution. So nobody can kill because we have strong faith that is Pancasila. The ideology of Pancasila is the cultural and religious values for the Indonesian nation. Pancasila is double shield as ideology of the state or nation. So in the state of Pancasila ideology is a collection of fields of words based on the perspective of Pancasila. There are some types of goals in Pancasila. First, according to Wikipedia and Indonesian there for face, it takes a large the cases of attempts by the attempts alleged international. As we know, globalization in developers most around the globe, including the nation. According to official national global website, Nature globalization in term use describe the impression put at the next interpretations of our culture and economy. Thank you.
Time is over. The second speaker, Jesus. Okay, thank you. Now the time last comes to positively the third speaker. Time is here.
Finally, so a positive impact can bring the Indonesian people towards the progress of a nation. With the globalization process in life, we can get information quickly, make life better, technology develops. In addition, globalization is a process that puts the world community in talk with one another, or are interconnected in our aspect of human life in various parts of the world, in culture, economy, politics, technology, environment, and law. Stemming from the process, globalization is a natural thing in life that grows and develops. In general, the characteristics of globalization include the establishment of broad social relations, the use of high communication with correct conflicts that transcend national boundaries.
Time for interruption.
Electoral
Sorry. No more interruption, sorry. No more interruption, sorry. Ini pengen saya ketiga tidak tidur sebagai orang. Go on.
culture, innovation, debt, and the emergence of global infrastructures.
Is it all? Okay, thank you. Now the chance to the third speaker from negative team. We are concluding, please.
Thank you. Based on the arguments of the first speaker and second speaker, I can conclude that notice Pancasila in the millennial era because Pancasila is insurance in the spring of the 1945 Indonesian Constitution is comprehensive 5 of abstract principles. The first, believe in one Almighty God. The second, just and humanity. The third, the unity of Indonesia. The fourth, democracy, guided by the wisdom of deliberation and all representative. The fifth, social justice. The highest principles were set out by Indonesian first President Soekarno during the formulation of the 1945 Constitution. So, nobody can treat because we have strong state cases. That is Pancasila. Globalization has had a lot or negative effect on Pancasila. But, certainly there are still positive effects of globalization, as globalization has been in cultures, building and still in social values and attitudes that are once traditional. To rationalist essays and technology advance and encourage more advanced thinking, surely we as a nation must give Pancasila, live by applying and living the Pancasila values, understanding the importance of the Pancasila and instilling in ourselves the Pancasila is the identity of the nation that must be maintained. In doing so, it is expected the Pancasila remain a high value point in the country and will never fail in the fact of saying development. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. So that means that one of these performance ending the debate, and thank you for your participation in the event. Thank you very much. And see you. Okay, now I call the last participants. Peserta terakhir from Sman Negeri Eloku and Sman Negeri Satu di sana. Please come in for taking the floor. Sman Negeri positive team. Sman Negeri Satu di sana negative team. Okay, sit down please. 5 minutes for kissing building. We have the kiss building. Now.